So what's up, guys? So I'm going to be doing a continuation. I had a comment on one of my past videos of a person asking me, so how do you play with shifter? Whether it be going first, going second, how do you loop it? Just what are the implications of shifter in the deck and how do you play with it? So I thought it would be something I would discuss. So just some basics about shifter. I think shifter, Madolche is the best deck that plays shifter right now. Madolche can play going first with it just fine. The only issue that we have with shifter is that I can clog a graveyard sometimes going second, which is awkward, and I do think the trade-off is worth it, as you still get to make your opponent essentially not play, right? So it's really nice that you have that ability, and you can just win the game because of it. So I feel like if you are playing Madolche, you are playing shifter. Whether you're playing Extrav or you're playing Prosperity, you play shifter. I will say Prosperity definitely makes the bricking with shifter a lot less noticeable, but like you can still play with shifter. So when you're going first, I want to just start off by showing the going first combo of Madolche. So we'll start off with the normal starter. We'll show off my hand. We're not going to use any of the cards in hand. I just want to show shifter specifically. Okay. So you have shifter, your Madolche. We add the petting to sword. The combo is going to be pretty much the same as what we do with going with Nib, but you're going to reveal petting, special petting. You're going to use the effect, and jelly. Here you overlay into teacher. You tribute special. Hoot cake, effective hoot cake, banish. Special Messenger Lotto, effective Messenger Lotto. Add Salon to the hand. Activate Salon. Now, when you are, now you can drop it now if you want, but due to us not having Promenade, you can just directly add Promenade if you want. However, I like to add Salon for the setup. So you can do something similar to what you do with when you play Sky Striker. If you know about the Shizuku within Widow Anchor and in phase and multi-roll. You go into in phase, you say beginning of in phase, detach, target. So now you can't get nibbed, so you can't like Glassy Flay 1, nib Chainlink 2. So you target yourself, second effect triggers, you shuffle into the deck, you trigger Solon. And you can chain to Solon, Chainlink 2 shifter. So you drop shifter, set Promenade. Alright, and now you are playing under Promenade Shifter. And a lot of decks can't play through that. You just hit any type of normal, any type of power play with Promenade, targeting, adding back Hoot Cake to your hand. So now you have Hoot Cake for follow-up to hit the Shifter off. And then you have Teacher for next turn to help protect Hoot Cake against any monster disrupt. And you can reloop Promenade due to adding. So that's how you just play Shifter going first whenever you're trying to just set up a basic board. You don't have to overextend. So now, say we're going turn 3, right? This is how you would loop Chateau. We're going to continue off with this. So as you see, Chateau, if you guys know the effect, I'll clarify a little bit just to make sure you guys know. You can, any monster that would be sent to the graveyard, from the graveyard that would be sent to the deck by a Madolche monster can be added to hand. This does not mean you are excluded to just adding Madolche monsters to hand. So if you use Teacher, detach, right? Target yourself, second effect triggers. You can shuffle 2 cards from your player's graveyard into the deck. Now you have the optional effect if you shuffle Shifter to add to hand due to Chateau and Glassy Flay interaction. So this allows you to have Shifter. Now you can drop it immediately again, or you can try to OTK and drop it after killing your graveyard. Just kind of depends on the game state and the board state. However, there's just a lot of ways that you can loop Shifter. Or like, say your board's really weird and say like you have Promenade Engrave, you detach these 2. You would say, shuffle these 2 to the deck. You get to add Shifter to hand. In the same turn, you use Hoot Cake effect, Banishing Messenger Lotto to special from deck and clear up your graveyard. So that would allow you to maybe like summon another Messenger Gelato and get Ticket, the missing piece of your board state. And if you're using Hoot Cake effect to clear Graveyard in this scenario, you would use Glass Souffle's effect to protect Hoot Cake, not herself, before you shuffled. That way you can help ensure that Hoot Cake's effect goes off. Or at the very least, you burn a negate in order to make sure that this effect does resolve. So that's how you reloop Shifter. So I think that's all I really have to say in this video. I try to make it short and sweet this time, make it as clear and concise as possible. I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys have any more questions or any more combos or things that you want to discuss about looping Shifter, be more than glad to tell me. If you have, like, if you're playing Extra and you play Summoner Monk, you have that starter. If you have Angeli or Hoot Cake, you can play under Shifter. Now, if you have only Shifter and Petting Censor right before I go, if you're asking me how you play the game when your only starter is Shifter, Petting Censor, and you drop Shifter, you don't. Goodbye.